So that intro pretty much sums up my current state of mind with this game. Okay, what you're watching right now is a little hardcore action because I have so many connection issues with this game. It seems like hardcore is the way to go sometimes. So I'm playing some hardcore free-for-all. Free-for-all is not usually my go-to game mode, but nonetheless, it's good to change it up, you know. But as far as World War II goes, I think I'm going to be, you know, hanging it up. I think I'm going to retire my jersey, lift it up to the rafters, and call it a year and wait for Treyarch's CoD. I mean, this is just so bad. This is such a bad game, and Michael Condrey and the Sledgehammer, the decisions that they make are just, I don't know what planet they're on. The gun balancing, you know, there's not that many options as far as guns to use in this game. They're constantly buffing guns that don't need to be buffed. They're ignoring guns that need to be nerfed. You know, sniping is still way out of control. And this game just isn't fun because it forces you to play one style. You know, even if even if I only had a couple guns to play with, I would at least like to be able to move around the map a little bit and not be so stationary. But this game, with the sprint out times being so sluggish, and I mean, it's crazy with quick draw not really working properly. There's so many issues with this that just make it not fun for me. I'm sorry. You know, I like variety. I don't like to be forced into a certain division if I want to stay off the radar, or a certain division if I want a suppressor on my gun. You know, and some of these sprint out times that they have right now don't even make sense when some of the, you know, the SMG sprint out times rival some of the assault rifle sprint out times. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they, you know, like Michael Condrey's last tweet saying that they weren't going to make any changes right now to sprint out times, that was like the last draw for me. You already made a pretty bad Call of Duty. I mean, you made it clear that you're not going to cater to what the majority of the community wants. And believe me, guys, the vast majority of the people wanted sprint out times reduced across the board. But Condrey's tweet made it sound like, oh, we don't want to add anything that would be a crutch perk. No, moron. We're not asking for a crutch perk. We're saying take your sprint out times across the board and reduce them. But, you know, spoken like a true politician, he seemed to ignore what the public wanted and gave a BS answer as to why that can't happen. And really, it's because they don't want to do it. that's what it comes down to. You know, and it's just not fun. I'm sorry. You know, and you made a bad Call of Duty. There's no incentive to play this game. Like, there's no incentive to grind for these ugly camos. First of all, look at the gun I'm using right now. I believe this is a heroic gun right now that I'm using, and it looks like shit. It looks like, you know, it was dug out of some Pirates of the Caribbean treasure chest. It's been the bottom of the ocean next to Davy Jones's locker. That's what it looks like. It's ridiculous. Camos are ugly. There's no incentive to even try to get a V2 rocket, which is the secret score streak in the game, right? I mean, you don't even get a calling card for that. Well done. Well done, folks. You know, there's nothing that keeps you wanting to play this game and continue. You can't, you know, you can't even look and see how many medals you've recorded. You know, there's no way to keep track of that. You know, they did a piss poor copy and paste job of a Call of Duty, and I'm not going to support it anymore. You guys can. If you have fun playing it, great. I'm not going to judge you any more than if you enjoyed banging a ball across the net with a racket and playing tennis. I don't care that you enjoy tennis, but as far as this, just is not Call of Duty in my opinion. Just because it's boots on the ground does not make it Call of Duty. It doesn't feel like a Call of Duty. It feels really slow. Ignored all the innovations and improvements Call of Duty's made over the years. This has even slower sprint out times than World at War, according to Exclusive Ace. I believe it was him that said that. I mean, it makes no sense. And you can't say it's because I'm not good at the game. As I've said many times, I've already achieved a V2 rocket. I have a 2.25 KD, and that's with a good jump on chrome camo, meaning I haven't just been using try-hard guns. I've been like grinding camos and whatnot. So it's just the Call of Duty. The attention to detail in this game is very, very poor. There's too many frustrating things with friendly fire, screen shake. You know, some newbie booby on my team decides to throw a grenade. I pay the price for it. Or lays an artillery barrage right over us. We pay the price for it. It's not fun. And the health regen, again, another thing that makes this gameplay extraordinarily slow, you know. And, you know, going back to the whole Michael Condrey's refusal to adjust the sprint out times, he said, well, he basically said there's too many people using submachine guns as it is. I don't want to make those stronger. Well, sprint out time reduction across the board isn't going to do anything for SMGs. But I'll tell you why people tend to use SMGs over assault rifles is because you made a sluggishly slow game. And that's the only way that they feel that they can navigate the map somewhat smooth. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy using assault rifles, but you know, god dang, you pay enough for movement in this game, and I can see why a lot of people want to use SMGs. You know, the MP40 is pretty dope, the PPSH is dope in this game, you know, but the sprint out times, it's, you know, you need to promote a little bit of movement is what you need to do. This is still an arcade shooter. It's what made Call of Duty popular, is this arcade style run and gun, you know, style. Now, it's not to say that you can't camp, and what I say by camp, I mean play tactfully, head glitch to head glitch. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's a very intelligent way to play, and I enjoy playing that way. You know, I'm friends with those Camper Nation boys. You know, Saken, I consider Saken a really good friend. You know, I've learned some cool things from him. But I don't always want to play like that. It gets old after a little bit. I like to change it up. And I have the feeling that the majority of the community kind of feels the same way. The only difference is, you know, I mean, usually when people are upset at a product, many of them don't have the balls to do something about it. And really the only thing we can do is not play the game. Oh, by the way, this is the second game. Different lobby. Second game of free for all for those that are watching the gameplay and not actually listening to me rant, you know. But you know, I just don't like that it forces you to play a certain way. Sometimes I like to play different, run and gun, or I like to just pick my own class and decide, you know, how I want to play according to the strengths and weaknesses of the class that I choose. And you can do that to some degree with divisions, but it's just not the same. It's not the same as a pick 10, and it's just this whole game. Look at with the flaming shotguns, the incendiary shells are annoying as hell too. That's another thing that I don't know that should be in the game, but you know, because it's just too noob friendly. You know, this game is way too noob friendly. Skills straight out the window, and you know, give everybody a grenade. So there's the grenade spam as well, which again increases the randomness. You already have enough randomness in this game. There's way too much randomness, you know. Giving everyone a grenade, it's just annoying, is what it is. And you know, you guys can tell in my voice I'm disappointed. You can probably tell I'm not excited to be trashing Call of Duty. I'm not 8 Thoughts. I'm not one of those channels that tries to always dog Call of Duty. But I will keep it honest. I will keep it real with you guys and tell you how I feel. And believe me, I'm not going to name drop popular YouTubers, but I know that they're feeling the same way. Okay, I'm not gonna quote anyone or name drop, but I'm telling you, this is just not my opinion. Some of the things I'm saying are shared by the majority of the community. This isn't fun. A lot of people are playing just because it's the current Call of Duty, and I'm not going to. I'm going to go back to Black Ops 3. I'm going to go back to IW, probably a little bit more Black Ops 3, because during that season I played on both Xbox and PS4, so I'm like almost level 700 on PS4, and I think 300 Master Prestige on Xbox, something like that. But I'm just going to focus on PS4. I'd like to try to get that account to 1,000. That's going to be my goal. I'm going to try to hit up some achievements, do some challenges, hopefully bring you guys some more gameplay, and I'm going to play Infinite Warfare. Say what you will about Infinite Warfare, and I dogged it when it was first released too, because we didn't have leaderboards, no way to track medals. There's all kinds of crap wrong with it. They listened to the community. They made changes. And honestly, by the end of the life cycle, Infinite Warfare was a good game. It just was. If whether you like, maybe you don't like jetpacks, say what you will about advanced movement, but they made a good Call of Duty. It was fun towards the end of the game, and they got new guns. I like the gun variety, the balance of the guns over there. So I might still, just for fun, every now and then play some Infinite Warfare. But I think I might focus a little bit more on Black Ops 3. And hell, why not? Because Treyarch's on deck, baby. You know, why not play Treyarch's last installment and just lead right up into November? But the only way I'm going to be playing World War II is, say, like if my buddy Sakin wants to play, or Exclusive Ace wants to do a stream, then I might open it up. Maybe they make some changes. Maybe they make enough changes like Infinite Warfare did and pique my interest again and make me fire up this shithole of a game and give it a shot. Now, I'm open-minded. I've always said, if I disagree with you on a subject, 99% of the time, I'm pretty open to you changing my mind. And that's where I'm going to leave it with World War II. Right now, it's a dog shit of a game. It frustrates me too much. I could go through 20 more things that are wrong with this game. Spawns, maps, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to, because that's just boring and it's just bringing me down. But back to my original point, if they make enough changes, though, yeah, I'll give it a try again. Or if I have some friends that want to play, sure, why not? I mean, talking about my buddy's sake and Madraj, he hated Infinite Warfare. He knew I liked it. I streamed a lot of Infinite Warfare, made videos out of it, and when he saw me on just to play with friends and to enjoy a little camaraderie, little conversation, he would fire up Infinite Warfare and play, even though he didn't really like the game so much. So I appreciate that, and that's the way I am too. I like to think I'm a good friend to have, and if my friends want to play World War II, I'm going to make fun of them, but I'm going to fire it up, and, we're going to give it a go. And yeah, so guys, those are my thoughts on World War II. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comment section below how you're feeling. Maybe you've changed your mind. Maybe you agree with Sledgehammer on some of these decisions. Maybe you're a dumbass. I don't know, but tell me about it. We can have a fun discussion. Just because you disagree with me doesn't mean I'm going to like you any less. Again, I don't care if you enjoy playing tennis or if you enjoy basket weaving. Doesn't really matter. I'll respect your opinion no matter what. We can have a good conversation about it. I do like Call of Duty, though, and I am going to be, you know what does it for me? I know that Treyarch is going to throw out a good Call of Duty. I know they will. It might be frustrating at the beginning, and you might hear me bitch about a few things early on, but I'm telling you what, I'm pretty sure they're going to iron out the wrinkles. They're going to have good score streaks. They're going to have good maps. They're going to have fun guns, and I believe it's going to be boots on the ground. I'm looking forward to it. If Treyarch would have made a World War II era Call of Duty, I think that I'd feel the opposite. Because their style of development and decision making seems to just mesh with the majority of people, to be quite honest with you. Sledgehammer, wow, just about the total opposite. Now, Infinity Ward's kind of in the middle. I think Infinity Ward actually does a good job. They listen to the community, and I tell you what, if nothing else, they really care about the community and they're willing to make changes for us, then you got a plus 100 points right out of the gate with me. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Nice little couple free-for-all gameplays for you guys and a long rant from me. All right, so hopefully the next video I'm going to be a little bit better spirits. But until next time, my friends, Armlocks is out.